Okay, here we go, everybody. You can also already see the awesome thing right there. Yes, I'm going in barefoot. I know everybody and their mother is going to be like, "Oh, you can't do that." Well, let me tell you something. When you guys have got a doctorate in mine explorology, and you actually come up here and do it yourselves, then I'll give a goddamn about what you guys say. You can see the bottom pretty clearly. I don't see any rusty metal or anything. Stepping carefully, so it really isn't much of an issue. Now what is an issue is how badass this ore cart is right here. This is awesome. Check out this tilt mechanism. So it looks like you push on this lever. Oh, she sees pretty good. And that would lift this clasp, which would lift the restraints for this gate, and then you could tip it. Oh, Nelly. One thing I should worry about, hypothermia. This water is frigid as a bitch. Oh, Nelly. Oh, that's what hurts more than anything. Oh, here's my compatriot. Ahoy, Nick. How goes it? That's what they all say. You'll get used to it. Oh, I got sensitive toes, man. Sensitive. Dare I say, I am actually starting to get used to it. Well, I like that you can see the bottom real clearly here, so it's not like there's too much of a danger. Ugh, it is a little pokey, but what's over yonder?
There's just a few drifts. I haven't done here yet.
Okay.
I was waiting for you to get to the spot.
Oh, Nelly.
I don't want to interrupt your filming.
Oh, thank you, sir. Very kind of you. I'm going to continue off this way.
Okay.
You enjoy. Oh, man, that is cold. Although you start to get used to it, eventually you just can't feel your feet anymore. Slowly as that is. Actually, it's starting to feel warmer. That's hypothermia. Ooh, Nelly. Could have done a better job rolling up my pants though. Failed on that front. Okay, so we're on a drift off of a drift. Let's see here. Oh, and she faces off over there. Now this is kind of silty under the feet rather than sandy. Wow, look at all the calcite crystals. You can see them sparkle. I think I hear dripping, so this is probably where the water's coming from. It's interesting, there's sort of like this scum layer on the surface, as you call it. Ooh, you can actually touch it without really getting wet. Kind of pull it along, if you're real gentle. I'm not quite sure what that is. It's probably calcite that's just sitting on the surface. It hasn't crystallized yet. Maybe it's super saturated or something. That's real neat. Just kind of look around that. Why is it got to be like this all the time? I mean, still, we hiked one hell of a trip for this. There's no way we could turn back. See a bit of the quartz vein here that they were going after. Okay, let's head back. So this is the final end. I kind of skipped ahead. I'm going to work my way back. But look at that, boys and girls. Look at that. This is the first intact one I've seen. Ooh, it's nice and silty here. I just want to touch it. Oh, yes. You figure that is belonged to Smith?
Could have easily.
That man,
yeah.
He might have touched this. But not only that, the gift, oh my God, it just keeps giving. Check out over here. We got a twin screw jack leg, which Nick and I have only seen one other jack leg. Well, it's not a jack leg, it's a drill column, sorry, that's got this. And that was way out in the Great Desert. So it's sort of a rare design in my opinion. But check that out. And a whole bunch of drill steel with the bits on it. Now it looks like Oh my god. These are removable heads, so they're not super old, and I think there's a hole in there for air, so they're not Widowmakers. These are, looks like they have a starting bit. That's maybe a foot, a 3 foot, a couple of 2-footers, and then they got some longer ones that are sort of wedged in the back there. But check out this drill column, and it's still got the holder here, so the drill would have a conical base that would clamp in this, and you'd clamp it down. And that way you could swivel the drill, and you'd just clamp this guy to the floor in the back, and that was the dealio. You just drill and blast, keep going till you couldn't go no more. Wow, check out those little pools there. I mean, this mine, this trip, all this all together has made for an excellent day. Brutal, for sure. I mean, I'm gonna finish off my last reserve of ibuprofen. My kidneys and my liver aren't gonna thank me for that. But, hey Nick, how would you describe today?
Absolute hell, but with the reward of men.
Yeah, it's magical. Absolutely magical. I'd rather be here than Disneyland. I'll tell you that right now. Knott's Berry Farm or any of those other places everybody's like, oh, that's where I want to go. Hell, no. Take me here. Check this out. All these would be stalactites, right?
Yes, sir.
That's right, baby.
I believe they're specifically technically called soda straws because you can see they're hollow.
Are they actually hollow?
Yeah.
Wow. Oh yeah, these ones here, you can kind of see it. They're hollow. Wow. Soda straws. Okay, I'll have to remember that. Watch my head here. There's bits of dynamite boxes down here and just all sorts of neat stuff. This whole thing has been incredible. And it's just a hop and a skip from civilization, which is the other thing that makes it so fascinating that it's all still here. You can see the tracks down there. So oddly enough, the mineralization in different layers, or not different layers, but the different sort of bulkheads and sections, you could see how it crystallized. So, well, I kicked up all the water real bad. But when you get to this section, you notice the rails are starting to turn white again. You can see all the calcite that's coating everything. And so in this section, everything's coated. And the rails even, so much to where you can't even see them anymore. Unfortunately, the calcite's sharper than, Jesus Christ, it's so sharp. It's not puncturing the skin, but it's like, you ever stepped on a Lego? This is like walking on Legos. That's what this is. That's the only way I could describe it. Check this out. We've got an air accumulator tank. Ooh. What is that on the top? It looks like a small... Wow. It's a hammer. That is cool. That's a very old hammer. Looks like it's wrapped with leather. Oh, that's so cool. Just sitting there. Probably used it for the hand steels when they were starting. That's so neat. I like this little wooden trestle that it's sitting on. It's bowing a little bit because of all the moisture, but it's still holding up this tank. They also built a bulkhead down there. So I think the water table is more so in that section off of the mine, so that you have the tunnel coming in and turns. I think over on that side is where they hit the water table more. So they built these bulkheads to try and, you know, prevent it from flooding the other sections. Because there's one here, there's one over there from where you can hear the water dripping. So yeah, just kind of neat. There's this thing here. I'm not sure what it is. It's got a handle on the top, sort of inside of it, and maybe a scaling bar. This is a, well, that was a piece of wood until I picked it up.
Yeah, it feels like I'm sipping on a couple thousand Legos right now.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if it was just me, but yeah, this is, oh God, does it hurt. I mean, look at this. Look at how crystallized this thing is. It's like that. Spiky sons of guns. It's like stepping on barnacles or something.
You know what's interesting?
What?
The old map showed that the attic is completely collapsed right here at this raise, that you can't go any further.
I wonder, it might have been, I mean, if these boards weren't so horribly rotten and they were in one piece, this would likely block the passage through here pretty good.
Yeah.
And I like these cave pearls here. These are
Maybe it goes up to like an upper level.
some massive pearls.
That's what the said, but I don't know.
Does the upper level, does that break out onto the surface?
I don't think so.
So
I don't think they even went up there. They just assumed there's an upper level.
look at that. The outer layer from the boards is just kind of breaking off. Don't try this at home, kids. You can see the ladder there. If I could gently step on this, I don't want it to collapse, especially not with my fat ass on it. I'll sort of show you. Let's see. Ooh, mama. Okay, here we go. Look up there. Oh, she goes up a ways, and it's all coated in the calcite. It's so cool. And all these little platforms here and ladders and stuff. And you can hear the water back over there flowing down. Anyways, let's get out of here. And Nick for scale. Oh, it's so sharp. Our way out and check out this little guy. He's just chilling there. I'll pet his head. Yeah, he's just kind of hanging out. Alone in the darkness. Kind of cool. Water is spectacularly clear. It's cold as ice, but extremely clear. And there's a little scum flowing on the top, but like you're looking straight through it. And it's just straight to the bottom. I think the calcite caused it so that none of the dirt or sediment gets kicked up. And then, like, what would be in this water? This water feels like it's in the 40s. Like it hurts. That's how cold it is. So it's probably little bacteria growth. So yeah, it's I'm not gonna drink it, but I bet it would taste pretty good if you did. Aside from the little bits of arsenic and other strange things that are in it. Nick, pretend like you're riding the ore car. Because this is how we ride ore cars normally. Actually, when I push them, yeah, it is. It's kind of... Oh my god. I'm getting flashbacks to the tram tunnel. Like, then we crashed.
Yeah, I have that video mostly edited, and it's a good video. It's really funny.